Trick or treat!
What's your trick?
What you guys eat for breakfast?
Trick or treat!
As the leaves turn crisp and the air fills with a scent of pumpkin spice, nostalgia for the sweet treats of yesteryear come rushing back. Halloween brings memories of children darting from house to house, eagerly collecting candy treasures in pillowcases. What if you could relive those sugary moments and bring back some of the most beloved treats from that unforgettable decade? Join us as we explore 20 famous Halloween candies from the 1970s that we want back.
Today, I'm going to talk about Necco candy buttons.
Candy buttons were a Halloween favorite in the 1970s, loved for their playful design and unmistakable sweetness. These rows of colorful dots came on long paper strips that kids would peel off, sometimes struggling to keep a bit of paper from sticking. They were sold for mere pennies at corner stores and candy shops and were easy to spot among the treats lining shelves. Made simply with sugar, flavor, and coloring, these buttons didn't need fancy ingredients to create a nostalgic punch. Though simple, they added charm to Halloween and party bags. Candy buttons are a rarity, often missed by those who recall the thrill of unrolling a paper strip of sugary delights.
Only Tootsie Roll Pops are such fun to eat. That's why they're triple good. And don't forget, Tootsie Roll Pops come in a party pack, too.
Tootsie Roll Pops were a major hit in the 1960s and 70s, offering a delightful mix of hard candy and chewy chocolate. Costing just a nickel back then, they provided great value and were larger than today's versions. Kids loved unwrapping these sweet treats, eagerly licking their way through the hard shell to reach the chewy Tootsie Roll center. Alongside the Pops, the classic Tootsie Roll was available in various sizes, from penny-sized sticks to chunky cigar-sized bars for just 5 cents. Generations cherished these nostalgic candies, and though they may be smaller today, their signature chocolatey taste has remained unchanged, still drawing fans of all ages. Whether they filled Halloween bags or were a daily indulgence, these treats became iconic pieces of American candy culture, connecting generations with their simple but satisfying flavor.
Milk chocolate, delicious caramel, and chewy.
Told ya. No one eats a marathon bar quick.
The Marathon Bar, introduced in the 1970s, left an unforgettable mark on candy lovers. Its distinct braided shape sets it apart, offering a visually striking alternative to typical chocolate bars. But the Marathon Bar wasn't just about looks. It was a perfect blend of rich caramel and smooth chocolate, delivering a satisfying chew that many still crave today. The Marathon Bar reflected the decade's inventive spirit, more than just candy, when candy wasn't only about flavor and creating something memorable and fun. Its size and chewiness meant enjoying one was a prolonged experience, making it a favorite for those seeking more than just a quick snack. Though it vanished from shelves in the early 1980s, the Marathon Bar remains a cherished piece of nostalgia. Its absence is still felt by those who remember its unique texture and taste, a sweet connection to simpler times. Now, let's talk about a candy that stirred up quite the controversy.
Candy cigarettes are the treat for you. Made with 100% real sugar candy cigarettes.
Candy cigarettes were a quirky hit in the 1970s, especially during Halloween, stirring nostalgia and controversy. These sugary sticks, designed to look like real cigarettes, were popular in trick-or-treat bags. Kids loved them, proudly imitating adults as they held the candy between their fingers, mimicking Hollywood stars like Joan Crawford. It added a playful sense of sophistication to their costumes, making them feel grown up, even if briefly. The small, cigarette-like boxes often featured fake branding, making the experience all the more realistic. While today, the idea seems outlandish, back then, it was all a part of the fun and innocence of Halloween nights. Candy cigarettes became an iconic treat for many, adding a strange blend of childhood mischief and adult imitation to the Halloween festivities of the 70s. It remains a memorable, if controversial, piece of Halloween history.
Zots, where the fizz is, the exploding pop, where the fizz is.
Zots may look like any other hard candy, but it packs a fizzy punch that makes it unforgettable. First appearing in the 1970s, this stunt candy was a Halloween favorite for its surprise factor. With a shell and fruity flavors like cherry, watermelon, and apple, the real excitement happened once you reached the center, a blast of sour, fizzy powder that bubbled and foamed. Whether you sucked on it to let the fizz escape slowly or crunched it to unleash a foamy explosion, Zots provided a thrill. Kids loved the unique sensory shock, sweet, sour, and sparkly all at once. Trading Zots was almost as fun as eating them, with some kids daring each other to handle the zing of the ultra-spicy Fire Zots. The experience was often an all-or-nothing gamble, with the brave or foolhardy taking the plunge. Decades later, Zots is remembered fondly as a daring, unforgettable treat. The next gem on our nostalgic list is a treasure that came with its very own comic strip, igniting joy and laughter as kids excitedly ripped open the wrapper.
Bazooka is the most fun bubblegum you ever bubbled!
Bubblegum was a quintessential Halloween treat in the 1970s, captivating kids with its vibrant red, white, and blue packaging. Originally sold for just a penny, Bazooka bubblegum quickly became a staple of childhood nostalgia. Launched in 1953, Topps added a delightful twist by including comic strips featuring the beloved character Bazooka Joe, with a staggering 1,535 different wrappers to collect. Each strip offered a unique premium and a quirky fortune, enhancing the gum's appeal. The original flavor was a hit, but soon the lineup expanded to include enticing options like Strawberry Shake, Cherry Berry, Watermelon Whirl, and Grape Rage. Bazooka also introduced sugar-free flavors, including the classic original and a Flavor Blast variety, boasting a more intense taste for those looking to indulge without sugar. With its playful spirit and diverse flavors, Bazooka bubblegum remains a cherished part of Halloween festivities.
There's a whole herd of flavors in my Fruit Stripe bubblegum. 4 delicious flavors, a great bubble fun.
There's cherry, lemon,
Grape and bubblegum flavors.
Fruit Stripe gum, a vibrant icon of the 1970s, became a beloved Halloween treat, captivating candy lovers with its striking zebra-striped wrappers and delightful flavors. Originally introduced by Beechnut in the 1960s, this uniquely flavored gum featured 5 fruity options: Wet n' Wild melon, cherry, lemon, orange, and peach smash for chewing gum, and cherry, grape, mixed fruit, lemon, and cotton candy for bubble gum. Each piece offered a burst of flavor and doubled as a temporary tattoo, adding to its playful charm. In 1981, Nabisco acquired the brand, and it changed hands several times over the decades, eventually becoming part of Ferrera Candy Company in 2012. A new iteration, Fruit Stripe Gummy Candy, was launched in 2022. However, in January of 2024, Ferrero announced the end of Fruit Stripe gum production. While no longer available, its nostalgic flavors and whimsical packaging evoke memories of Halloween festivities. Now, look at these treats that delight candy enthusiasts and sports fans.
Reggie, with a rich caramel center, lots of fresh roasted peanuts, and a super chocolatey covering. Reggie, the candy they named after me.
The Reggie Bar, a beloved candy from the 1970s, captures the essence of a vibrant era when sports and pop culture collide. Named after baseball legend Reggie Jackson, known as Mr. October for his remarkable World Series performances, this sweet treat was more than just a snack. It symbolized the excitement of the times. Crafted with a delightful mix of caramel, peanuts, and chocolate, the Reggie Bar appealed to candy lovers and sports fans alike. Its bold branding and connection to Jackson made it a cultural phenomenon, celebrating the joy of indulging in a tasty treat and the glamour of athletic excellence. As fans cheered for their hero, they savored each bite, linking their love for baseball to their sweet cravings.
Have you ever heard of bottle caps? You should have. These bottle caps. They're sweet, they're tart, they're yummy.
The original bottle caps, introduced in 1972, brought a unique pop to Halloween candy bowls. Packaged in bright green and pink wrappers, each piece was shaped like a classic soda bottle cap made from a chalky sweet material similar to sweet tarts. The real magic was in the flavors: cola, root beer, orange, and lemon lime, capturing the essence of fizzy drinks in a way that felt novel for the time. Root beer and cola were the reigning favorites, with the unmistakable zest of orange coming in close. On the other hand, lemon lime was a bit divisive, a sharp contrast to its softer, sweeter siblings. But what truly set bottle caps apart was the sheer volume in each pack. A generous stash had meant Halloween hauls stretched a little further.
You got any chocolate?
Chocolate? When you said chocolate, you said a mouthful. When you buy a chocolate, you get a mouthful of chocolate too.
Wow.
Chocolate hit Halloween in the early 1970s as a unique, lighter-than-air chocolate bar. But it wasn't just an Aero clone. Chocolate had its texture. While it had air bubbles like Aero, it wasn't quite as delicate. This bar was more of a crunchy puff than melt-in-your-mouth experience. Nestle's gimmick was clever, a candy about half air but priced like a full, solid bar. It worked too, since plenty of kids snatched them up, curious to try this new chocolate stunt candy. Chocolate's pumice-like texture was, in a way, more novelty than necessity. Kids who preferred feeling the full heft of a chocolate bar tended to go for chunky instead, a solid, satisfying chunk without the airy gimmick. Still, at least until the late 70s, Chocolate had its devoted fans, offering a bit of a thrill and a playful departure from the standard Halloween treats.
The only candy so gigantic it can be seen from space. Big Hunk Candy, as delicious as America is strong.
Big Hunk, a nostalgic treat from the good old days, perfectly embodies the spirit of Halloween. Produced by the Annabelle Candy Company, this candy bar features a delightful combination of roasted peanuts enveloped in a chewy, honey-sweetened nougat. Originally introduced in the 1950s, Big Hunk quickly became a favorite among candy lovers, especially during the spooky season. Its satisfying mix of crunchy and chewy textures makes it a standout option for Halloween festivities. In 1970, Annabelle Candy Company expanded its repertoire by acquiring Golden Nugget Candy Company, securing Big Hunk's place among iconic treats. As children ventured door-to-door collecting sweets, this unique candy bar evokes a sense of nostalgia, reminding fans of the excitement of trick-or-treating. With its distinct flavor and texture, Big Hunk remains a cherished Halloween staple, ensuring that the joy of this beloved treat continues to be shared year after year.
Hey, sir, try our wax lips. It's the candy of 1,000 uses.
Like what?
One, a humorous substitute for your own lips.
Wax lips were the ultimate Halloween contradiction, more disguise and delicacy. Popular in the 1970s, these bright red lips promised a quick costume upgrade before disappointing as so-called candy. They were barely edible, mostly wax, and tasted like someone had poured faint fruit essence into a paraffin mold. Biting into one felt less like a snack and more like chewing on a confused candle. Yet somehow, they kept showing up in trick-or-treat bags, ready to turn a neighborhood of kids into a parade of strange, silent mouths. They were perfect for those few minutes when a kid could laugh, mug for a friend, and maybe even scare a sibling. But after the novelty wore off, wax lips joined the ranks of Halloween relics that ended up under beds or abandoned at the bottom of candy stashes, a mysterious leftover from a sweeter time. Pop Rocks, the iconic candy from the 1970s, captivated a generation with its unique popping sensation. Known scientifically as popping candy, it's created by embedding pressurized carbon dioxide gas bubbles in sugar, lactose, and flavoring. When the candy dissolves, it produces a delightful fizz that contrasts sharply with traditional hard candies. However, this novelty led to widespread misconceptions, including the notorious rumor surrounding child actor John Gilchrist, known as Little Mikey, who was falsely believed to have died from consuming too many Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola. Despite extensive safety testing, parents in Seattle panicked, prompting the FDA to set up a hotline to dispel fears of choking hazards. General Foods took proactive measures to reassure the public, emphasizing that the candy contained far less gas than a soda. The myths persisted in popular culture, even leading to experiments on shows like Mythbusters, which ultimately debunked the exaggerated claims surrounding this sugary treat.
Fun Dip, sugar on a stick.
Fun Dips was a quintessential 1970s Halloween candy, blending creativity and fun in a rather unconventional package. This unique treat featured a blunt, pressed sugar stick meant for dipping into a packet of vibrant flavored powder reminiscent of pixie sticks or Kool-Aid. The candy's playful design was reminiscent of something between a science experiment and an artist's abstract creation, inviting kids to engage in a hands-on, albeit messy, ritual of dipping and licking. The candy packet's resemblance to chewing tobacco pouches added a hint of rebelliousness to the experience. For young candy enthusiasts, moistening and coating the stick with powder became an afternoon pastime, monopolizing their hands and minds. As the powder vanished, so did the day's worries, leaving behind a haunting nostalgia for a time when Halloween nights felt endless and the world was a playground for eerie adventures beneath the glow of jack-o'-lanterns.
Wake up your mouth with Sweethearts. And if you really want a jolt, you can try the shockingly sour Sweethearts Shockers from Wonka.
Sweet Tarts, a beloved Halloween staple, burst onto the scene in 1963, captivating taste buds with their unique blend of sweetness and tartness. This iconic candy quickly became a favorite among trick-or-treaters, offering a delightful contrast to the more traditional treats of the time. Each vibrant tablet delivers a punch of flavor, echoing the beloved pixie sticks with familiar tastes like cherry, grape, lemon, lime, and orange. By the 1970s, Sweet Tarts had carved out a special place in the candy landscape, appealing to kids and adults alike. Their playful, crunchy exterior gives way to a chewy center, making each piece an adventure in flavor. The nostalgic packaging, often seen in bright colors, evoked memories of childhood Halloweens, where the excitement of collecting candy was as thrilling as the treats themselves. Today, Sweet Tarts remain a timeless favorite, celebrating decades of deliciousness with each tart and sweet bite. Next up is the classic cinnamon candy that packs an intense punch.
Atomic Fireball. This is a Ferrera Pan candy. It's their signature candy. I think probably everyone in their world has had one of these. They should if they have not.
Atomic Fireballs stands out for its intense taste and daring use of capsaicin, the compound responsible for the heat in jalapenos and chilies. With a heat level around 3,500 Scoville heat units, these bold candies challenge even the most seasoned spice lovers. Each hard red sphere offers a thrilling experience, starting with a sweet exterior that quickly gives way to a powerful cinnamon punch, igniting the palate with a spicy kick. Perfect for those seeking an adrenaline rush in their candy selection, Atomic Fireballs are a Halloween favorite, inviting candy enthusiasts to test their limits and see how much heat they can handle. Now, will anyone dare to consume more than one?
Freshen up freshens breath with a tingly liquid center. One bite squirts refreshment all over your breath.
Freshen your breath with Freshen Up.
In the 1970s, Halloween was incomplete without Freshen Up gum, the gum that packed a liquid surprise. Launched in 1975, this stunt gum featured a juicy center that erupted with flavor upon biting, reminiscent of a harmless version of Zotz. While spearmint and bubblegum were the show's stars, the occasional cinnamon flavor appeared, adding to the gum's allure. With its quirky reputation, Freshen Up earned a few cheeky nicknames and off-color jokes, which only fueled its popularity among kids. It wasn't just about the taste. Freshen Up was a favorite classroom companion. Students could savor it slowly, biting off a corner and discreetly letting the syrup ooze out during math class. Sugar and distraction rolled into one. For a generation of trick-or-treaters, this gum represented a sweet rebellion and a playful indulgence that perfectly complemented the spirit of Halloween, making it a candy favorite that still lingers in the memory.
7 Up, for 7 taste treats in one remarkable candy bar.
The 7 Up bar, a nostalgic favorite from the 1970s, was a confectionery marvel produced by Pearson's Candy Company. This unique candy bar offered an extraordinary taste experience with 7 distinct centers, including caramel, coconut, fudge, jelly, maple, and rich milk chocolate. Its delightful medley of flavors made it a must-have for trick-or-treaters and candy enthusiasts alike. Widely available in grocery stores, convenience shops, and candy counters, the 7 Up bar typically sold for about 10 to 12 cents, an enticing price for such a varied treat. However, the candy's complexity posed significant manufacturing challenges, making it costly. As consumer preferences shifted and competition in the candy market intensified, sales dwindled, leading to its discontinuation by the late 70s. While the 7-Up bar may no longer grace candy aisles, its vibrant flavors and charming concept left a sweet mark on Halloween traditions of the past. Now, let's shift attention to a candy that captures a powerful story of perseverance.
Ever end their rivalry with new Jolly Rancher-filled gummy bites?
In the 1970s, Jolly Ranchers were a taste sensation, transforming Halloween moments into thrilling sweet and sour experiences. Created by Bill Harmsman, an entrepreneur from Golden, Colorado, these American favorites began as a venture into ice cream and chocolates in the late 40s. Recognizing that ice cream struggled during brutal winters, Harmsman pivoted to hard candy, which enjoyed year-round popularity. The signature glass-like appearance and intense fruity flavors made Jolly Ranchers an instant favorite, rapidly becoming a household name. Initially available in watermelon, apple, and fire sticks, the candy's flavor lineup soon expanded to include cherry, orange tangerine, grape, and peach. The introduction of blue raspberry added even more excitement.
Today we journey into Oompa Land. It's where we make a chewy candy called Oompas, named after the Oompa Loompas themselves.
Oompas, the chewy candy inspired by the beloved Oompa Loompas, captured the hearts of candy lovers in the 70s. Produced by Brock Candy, these bite-sized delights featured a creamy peanut butter center enveloped in rich chocolate, offering a treat reminiscent of today's Reese's Pieces, but in a larger, more satisfying format. Available in candy stores and vending machines nationwide, Oompas were a staple of the era, with packs selling for just 10 to 15 cents. Their unique blend of flavors made Oompas a go-to snack for kids, fueling countless Halloween adventures. Despite their widespread popularity, Oompas disappeared from shelves in 1983, succumbing to fierce competition from similar candies and shifting consumer tastes. Today, while they may be mere memories for those who enjoyed them, Oompas remain a nostalgic icon of 1970s Halloween candy, reminding us of simpler times filled with sweet indulgence.